All right, what up, YouTube? Welcome into OutspokenReax. I am Cordell.
I'm Bria.
And we have just finished up Love Island Season 8, Episode 30. This is the recap. If you would like to see the full video, please join us on Patreon where you can see these videos full, unedited, and see all of our other exclusive content. All right, so the conversation really of this episode to me revolves around Kenzie and Dylan. Do you want to share your thoughts on this situation that they got going on?
Sure. I think Dylan is valid. He does need to get more comfortable with being able to share his feelings in one fair swoop. Because being a beating a dead horse, I don't like that Kayda said that, but I can see, like, if you're making these conversations, like, you're breaking it into different parts when it should have been all in one conversation, then yeah, it's going to look like that from an outside perspective. So that is something he will need to work on, whether he's with Kenzie or he's with somebody else in general, because his feelings do matter. Kenzie, how I can't work off no trust, because, like, you just have to trust the things that I'm saying. No, I don't. Because what you should have said was that I'm just gonna have to prove it to you and show you with my actions. It was really that simple. That's simple. Because you have a terrible track record. You do. And sincere-ish. So you just need to say, I understand where you're coming from. You know, movie night didn't look all the best, and I can see that. I can admit to that. I'm just gonna have to show you how I feel about you, because I really do feel this way about you. And then that would have been the end of that conversation. But no, you just want to bow out early because it's getting hard. So I think that's really all I have to say about that one.
Yeah, no, I agree, because Dylan makes the right point where he's like, hey, look, like, you keep on saying, but I really like you. Look, I heard you say that you really like Corbin. I heard you say that you really like Caleb. I heard you say that you really liked Dylan.
Gaul.
Did she say she really liked Gaul? I can't remember that one. That's why I didn't say it. But I know.
I mean, we've heard her say it. Okay. So we're going to count it.
So Gaul. Okay. So, like, you've sat here and said that you really like somebody. It's not lustful. You're not going through lust. You really like said person. And then you go and do something with your actions. That is the complete opposite. So here you are telling him you really like him. You want to meet your family. He's already clocked you and said, you said this to Caleb. So now the question is, what are you going to do differently than what happened with Caleb? And then he clocked you again and said, you told Caleb this, and then you went and had a secret kiss with Corbin. You told me it, then you had a kiss with Gaul. Not secret, but still had a kiss. So where's you have to show me where the difference lies in your words by showing me different actions, because your words are the same as theirs. Now, is your actions going to line up with them? Don't know. It becomes even more difficult for you because, as the strategist Zach has already pointed out to us, there's no more bombshells to prove this. So it's very unfortunate for you that when you, quote unquote, are finally done exploring, that there's nobody else left to explore. Take that however you want, but that's not a good look, that you finally decide you're done when there's nobody else left to come in here. So yeah, I think he's very valid in where he's coming from. Could he have, he does need to be able to say these things all in one shot instead of multiple times, so that it doesn't give off the beating of a dead horse. But at the same time, she's also twisting this and saying it's been 2 weeks. No, it hasn't. Gaul was just here a couple days ago. You did this kiss with him maybe a week, and a week isn't enough time for somebody to heal when they're hurt either sometimes.
Yeah, and you get really defensive, so that doesn't help the situation either. So yeah, I mean, not just Dylan, but some people in general just like, oh, well, they're getting defensive. So, like, I think I just need to let it cool off for a little bit, and I'll revisit this conversation.
Right, and then movie night happened on episode 24.
It's like 25, yeah, like 24, 25-ish.
Right, and we're on 30. So it's been about a week, right? Because movie night happened on Tuesday. last week.
Oh yeah, Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday, right. So all of this, and Thursday is when he sees it. So like, when we see him see it at least. So this happens maybe Wednesday, whatever have you. So yeah, nah, this is all still fresh. All fresh. And for the girls to sit here and be like, nah, he needs to move on and get over it. That is, of course, Kayda and Trinity.
Like, fuck off.
Of course it's Kayda and Trinity. Because that's wild. To tell this man that he needs to move on and forgive her, and Kayda's like, I believe she's changed. I seen it. Seen what?
You ain't seen shit.
You ain't seen a goddamn thing.
But if you ask Melanie, she would at least understand Dylan's perspective.
Because they're very relatable in their situations. Yeah. So I'm like, that's some bull. Like, Kayda's already come off and said like, oh yeah, like I just want to give her some soft love because it's my girl. Like, no, screw you both. No, that's not how you handle things. And you're sitting here trying again to say that Dylan's in the wrong. Dylan is the one who's in the wrong. No, like, what you should be doing, Kayda and Trinity, is saying, okay, you need to be able to build back that trust with him. You need to show him that he can trust you. Show him the difference. Make him feel that he is different from the others. Not, well, if he can't take your word for it, well, then that's it. Like, come on. Because I know if it was the other way around, y'all want this man to work for it. So, sorry, no. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean if you mess up, regardless of what you are, you gotta work and earn it back. So these girls sitting here acting like Dylan needs to just move on without her actually having to put in some serious work, that's some nonsense. And I'm not being hypocritical because when it comes to Melanie and Sincere, Melanie gave in too easy. As far as I'm concerned, she needed to let that man put in some work.
Let him grovel.
Like,
beg, like he sweat.
I'm saying like Melanie, Sincere and Kenzie are in the same spot where they should be having to put in work to their couple to at least show that you're different and you see me different than you've seen other people. But that's not the case right now, and y'all just want it to be, and y'all have shown this now with Sincere, because y'all was just like, nah, Team Sincere, without him having to put in any work. And now y'all here again with Kenzie, Team Kenzie, nah, without having to put in any real work. So that's crazy. Like, I just can't rock with it. It really bothers me every time. And then, I mean, since we're already on Kayda, like...
Wait. Let me say one thing before you transition there, because it's still on this topic.
Okay.
I think it's really important for everybody to know we're not mad at Kenzie exploring. We're not mad that Sincere decided to explore. It's a matter of what you're saying to each connection you're exploring. Don't say some deep, meaningful shit to this person, do the same thing over here, and it's just like, yo, well, you just said that you wanted her to meet your mama, and now you telling her you want her to meet your mama? Like, that's crazy. You have to be smarter than that. You can't just be telling people the same fucking thing where they think, oh, we can't wait to get on the outside because we're going to do X, Y, and Z. No, like, you can explore the connection without having to, like, do that deep shit and saying, like, well, I can't wait for you to meet my parents and my grandparents and my whole family and take you out on the lake and da-da-da. The point of exploring is to get to know somebody, but don't make these empty-ass fucking promises to people either. It's really that simple, people. That's it. Explore. That's what this show's for. We get that. America gets that. But we're all about being honest, get to know the person, don't play nobody for a fool, don't make empty promises. All right, now go.
All right, so with Kayda, going back to her, like, all of her toxic that she just threw out at all the couples, except for Bryce and Trinity. Like,
I didn't appreciate how production cut that, though. Making it seem like she was just talking shit about KC. I see what y'all are doing. Lil Nas and the black man again. Go ahead.
Yeah, but she talked about them, and you know what? I also think, as I'm watching how production is moving, and again, since like Casa and then movie night, like Trinity has been pretty low key, but I don't think she's been pretty low key just based off of her. I feel like production has made her low key. Less screen time talking about any other couples, because even when we were having the conversation with Kayda and Trinity, Trinity just said she was confused. Those were the only words that we heard from her. Everything else was just Kayda. Never heard a response of Trinity responding to Kayda. Just Kayda. And I just feel like production really is pushing Trinity and Bryce, and that they want to cut it in a certain way to make certain people look good, make others not look as good. And obviously they did Kayda no favors, because again, she's sitting here talking about all these other couples in a negative way, which is kind of wild to me, because the way that she is going about this versus the way that Casey, like, what is the difference when Casey said, yeah, I would have been hot if we weren't in the top. Speaking of when he was with Anaya, I would have been hot if we weren't in the top, because we've been together since day one and we ain't done nothing else. And then fast forward to this, and Kayda is literally hot, and then talking negatively about everybody else because they haven't been together. So that really bothered me. Zach, again, he's just, if you guys can't see him being as a strategist and he's trying to manipulate you guys as an audience, then I don't know what else to tell you, because he sat here, he got upset, and he said it's probably me, and I'm probably the reason why. He went into the bedroom and he moped and thought and thought and thought. And then the next day, his idea was, I can't say closed off anymore. I'm too late for that one. So what else can I do that can make us seem more serious, that will make America be more on our side and vote for us? Well, I want to be exclusively dating you on the outside. That's where he is with it. That's wild. I'm like, all right, great. Good job. Cool. Like, if the rest of America's like, oh my goodness, this is why they should win. Like, I'm always team Zach and Kayda. Like, that's wild. Like, he can sit here and come up with something the next day in response to what happened in the voting situation. And for you guys to just be like, oh yeah, we definitely need to get them into the finals. Like, miss me with that. Anything on Kayda or Zach as individuals or a couple? Okay, cool.
Nope, I'm good.
I thought the challenge was fun. Thought it was pretty easy, but I thought it was fun. Good on the girls to make it happen. I thought they were gonna win something if they made it happen.
Yeah, same.
Nothing. So I was like, okay,
y'all
that's
ain't shit for that.
Anticlimactic.
I was like, y'all had nothing to fill this episode, so you're just like, we gotta entertain America somehow. So let's do a little secret game. I thought they were gonna get like a, time away from the villa type shit, like their little spa time or whatever. Y'all just made them earn it this time. I don't know.
But nothing at all.
Like a little, charcuterie board, champagne type shit, a meal, something. Get them away from these guys. But no, y'all just shits and giggles.
Yep, basically.
We gotta do something to keep y'all entertained. But I guess. But yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah, happy about Tiara and KC. I'm happy they showed more of their relationship in this episode too.
What, just with that look he made?
Well, no, that night right after, and like the fallout of the whole voting, and like them showing that they rocking for each other and all that, and then even that part when the challenges
was
happening,
really cute.
It was.
He was like, "You sneaky minx."
So that was good. Bryce and Trinity, whatever. Carl and Anaya, nothing really stood out in this episode between the two of them.
I think that's it, really.
Yeah, I think that's all the couples that we have now.
Yeah, we miss you, ChatGPT and Parmesan.
So, but all right. Any last words? Nothing? All right, so interested to see how this vote's gonna go. I definitely am want to be a part of it. Unfortunately, we are going to have to be a little bit delayed on getting this one out, because unfortunately tomorrow night, my actual job, I have to work it. So we won't be able to record tomorrow night, but I'm probably still going to vote. If they say the voting is open,
I'm voting.
I'm still going to cast my vote, because there's not going to be any new bombshells to mess nothing up. The couples are what the couples are. So at this point, I just got to look at the vote, and I'm going to just clock my vote in.
Exactly.
Make sure that I affect things.
I don't even care if there's something that spoils me with that vote. If they just throw in like a wrench in it, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Click, submit my vote. I don't even care. I'm going to just go blind with it.
Yeah, I'm going in. I already know who I'm voting for now. You ain't got to ask me the question.
We know.
So, but with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, rate, review, share on our socials. Join us on Patreon where you can see these videos earlier access, unedited, and be part of our exclusive content. Until next time, I am Cordell.
And Bria.
Be easy, be breezy, and please take it easy.